Closed out. Nice. Hey guys, good evening everybody. Welcome back to the channel United Red Devils 20 on YouTube. Hope you are all good. Hope you're all having a fantastic Tuesday evening. Hope you're all having a good week, and I hope you're all looking forward to the rest of this brand new week in August 2024 this year. First of all, do me a massive favour for me, hit the like button, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel, United Red Devils 20. Share the video, hit the tweet button, hit the retweet button, and remember to always remember that notification bell. Put that bell on at all times so you receive dedicated brand new content planned for the rest of this year in 2024. We've got the summer transfer window covered right till deadline day across Europe, the Premier League, and especially Manchester United. We've got brand new videos, brand new shorts, brand new live streams, brand new gaming content. And I want to be able to get all of you more involved on the content as well. That comes with videos, shorts, and live streams as well. So please subscribe and the notification bell on as well. But we have a big, exciting double announcement on this Tuesday evening. Breaking news, slow sports news. Jim White, yellow tie. Breaking news from Old Trafford, from Manchester United. De Ligt and Mazraoui are finally Manchester United players. We've completed the double signing of De Ligt and Mazraoui from Bayern Munich on this Tuesday evening, which ends a 2-month wait for De Ligt, and it finally ends a month and a bit wait for Mazraoui. We finally have our third and fourth signings of this summer transfer window in 2024. And it's a massive relief that we have finally got these transfers across line, because it feels like we've been brought into a drawn, long out process of Bayern Munich. Like, it's taken 2 months to get De Ligt. It has taken since the month of June, and we're now in August the 13th. 13 is an unlucky number for some people, but it's taken 2 months to finally get this De Ligt deal done. And I am more excited about what is to come now for Matthijs De Ligt at Manchester United. And we've got the official club statements that we are going to read out for you. Manchester United is pleased to confirm that Matthijs De Ligt has joined the club subject to registration. The Netherlands international has signed a contract till 2029 with the option to extend for a further year. At the age of 25, De Ligt has already won the league title in 3 countries of Ajax, Juventus and Bayern Munich. The former Copper Trophy and Golden Boy winner has made 324 club appearances and has 45 international caps. Matthijs De Ligt has said, "As soon as I heard that Manchester United wanted me, I felt an excitement about the opportunity for a new challenge at such an historic club. In the conversations that followed, I was impressed by the vision that the football club leadership has set out and the role they saw for me in it. Erik ten Hag has shaped the early stages of my career. He knows how to get the best out of me, and I cannot wait to work with him. Again, I know what it takes to succeed at the highest level, and I am determined to continue that record at this special club." Dan Ashworth, who is Manchester United sporting director, has said, "Matthijs is an outstanding defender and proven winner who will add quality, experience and leadership to our exciting group of senior players. He has already enjoyed considerable success in his career. We are convinced that his best years are still ahead. We want to help him achieve them at Manchester United." But if that wasn't good enough, Mazraoui is also a Manchester United player. And again, Manchester United is pleased to confirm that Noussair Mazraoui has joined the club subject to registration. The Morocco international has signed a contract until June 2028 with the option to extend for a further year. Mazraoui, who is 26, has won 4 league titles, 3 with Ajax and 1 with Bayern Munich. The fullback has made 28 appearances for his country and was a key part of the team that reached the semi-finals of the 2022 FIFA World Cup. Mazraoui has said, "It is an incredible feeling to be a Manchester United player, and I cannot wait to walk out at Old Trafford wearing the famous red shirt. I know that I am joining a club at an exciting time. Everyone I've spoken to has the same ambition for us to win trophies together, and I can feel the determination to achieve that. Erik ten Hag, again, has played an important part in my development as a player. So it's exciting to be reuniting with him as I enter the prime years of my career. I know what he expects from his players, and I will give everything to help this group be successful. Dan Ashworth, again, who is Manchester United sporting director, has said Noussair is a dynamic attacking fullback who can play both on the right and left side of the defence. His experience and versatility will make him an excellent addition to our squad. Having already won a number of trophies in his career, we know that Noussair's winning mentality will be a real asset to the group as we work together to deliver the success that is required of Manchester United. So, finally, after a long drawn out process, we finally have both players across the line, and it feels a massive, massive relief on this Tuesday evening because it's been such a long drawn out process to bring both these players to Manchester United. Like, it shouldn't have taken over 9 weeks to get De Ligt and Mazraoui in. It's taken 9 weeks, about 2 months and a bit, to get these two players in this football club. But I'm excited now because when you see these types of players joining this football club, it shows all of a sudden that this football club all of a sudden is now going inside the right direction. And I think for me, that is a massive, massive positive that going forward, Man United are going to start getting things right again, because over the years, we have got a hell of a lot wrong. We've brought players we should have never brought. We've let go of players we should have never left. And our recruitment has been nowhere fucking near the ambition that this fan base and support has been crying out for. But why players like De Ligt and Mazraoui have been brought in? I think Erik ten Hag has had to bring them in because the quality he needs inside Manchester United, let's all be honest here, let's call a spade, it ain't good enough. Our squad depth is atrocious, if I'm going to be really honest with you. And I think to improve our back four, which has been one of the main key aspects in this transfer window, is that we've needed a complete and utter rebuild. We know players inside that back four who ain't good enough. And this is why Man United have had to get De Ligt. This is why we've had to get Mazraoui, because that back four we currently have ain't bloody good enough, because our current back four is Maguire, Johnny Evans, Lindelof, and De Ligt. Because with the news tonight that Luke Shaw is out for a month, yes, again, Luke Shaw is out injured for a month. It shows why we've had to go and get Mazraoui in. But the concern is with Mazraoui, the only concern I've got, and what I read from the Dan Ashworth thing, is that he said he can play at right back and at left back. So does that mean, logically, we are not going to go and get a left back? Because the problem is with that, the only problem I have with this deal is if De Ligt gets injured and Mazraoui is our only fit right back, we've only got Mazraoui. Shaw's out for a month. Noussair, if the rumours are true, may never play football again because his injuries are significant enough to end his career at such a young age. What happens with the left-back situation? Because I don't want Mazraoui being put in at left-back, because we've seen that enough under Ten Hag with Diego De Ligt. Putting De Ligt at left-back don't work, and I don't want Mazraoui being put there either. I want Mazraoui being put straight in at right-back. I think this isn't just an upgrade on Wan-Bissaka, because Wan-Bissaka has signed for West Ham today. And I think we all wish Aaron Wan-Bissaka the best, but unfortunately, it's not a player that Manchester United should have went really anywhere near. Wan-Bissaka wasn't bloody good enough to play for this football club. And Man United have sold him with only 1 year left on his contract. And I think we've done the right thing by shifting him out, because it shows that Manchester United are not going to be held hostage by players with only 1 or 2 years left on the contract, knowing they can get money for them. Mazraoui is a massive, massive fucking upgrade on Wan-Bissaka. But I think also he is a massive, massive upgrade on Diego De Ligt. A lot of people know I don't rate De Ligt. I don't rate him. A lot of people know I am not De Ligt's biggest fan. I don't know why Mourinho was allowed to sanction that transfer when he was our manager, way back when. I don't know why Man United allowed that transfer to go through. But for me, Mazraoui is 10 times the right back Diego De Ligt's ever going to be. I think De Ligt shouldn't be at Manchester United. I would have rather have sold both our right backs and bring 2 brand new right backs in to get this club going more forward with the ball, but still being able to do the defensive work of their job as well at right back. And I'm hoping Mazraoui ain't just going to be that attacking fullback. I'm kind of hoping he is going to do both jobs. But it does concern me with that Dan Ashworth comment. If we start putting players at left back again that aren't comfortable there, United really, in my view, need to go out there and get back into that left back market. Because if Luke Shaw's out for a month, I don't want to see Mazraoui at left back. I don't want to see De Ligt at left back. And I'm not saying this is a bad signing. I think this is a great signing. I think Mazraoui is going to become one of those very, very underrated signings of the summer. I think people don't believe how good Mazraoui actually is. He's got the quality that we have been missing at right back since the days of Raphael. Like, I think Manchester United have struggled since the De Silva brothers left. Remember when we had Raphael and Fabio De Silva? Raphael was good at right back. He was bloody quality. And I think since he left, we've not had that proper right back in at this club going attackingly forward, but also doing the defensive job as well. And I'm kind of hoping Mazraoui will do both jobs, because I don't want to be wide open at the back again if he gets himself too far forward and Man United get put on the counter-attack. And if Mazraoui isn't in the position we need him to be in, that gap will be exposed massively. So I'm kind of hoping bringing Mazraoui in will do the best of both worlds, because we can't afford to leave our back four wide open again, because we saw that way too often last season. Man United were vulnerable as hell last season. It was like a great white shark seeing a dolphin. You know that great white shark is going to go for the dolphin because it's hungry, it's peckish, and the dolphin is vulnerable. You know that shark is going to go for it, and that shark has got to go for it because the shark is very, very hungry. We can't afford for that to be our Premier League ambition. We can't afford to be left wide open at the back anymore. We've got to be sticking as a unit. We need to be putting in the work rate that I think that back four are required to do. But I'm kind of also hoping Mazraoui will force De Ligt out this team. And with the rumours again true that Real Madrid are targeting De Ligt next summer, I would be asking 100, 150 million upwards for De Ligt to get him out of Manchester United, because I think Mazraoui is a better player. I think Mazraoui is 10 times a better player than what Diego De Ligt is. I'm never going to rate De Ligt. I don't think he's good enough, and I don't think he does his defensive job. And I don't think going forward he's that great either. Like, I'm left to be proved wrong on De Ligt, but I think with Mazraoui coming in, that is really, really going to have to tell De Ligt, you're going to have to step your game up here, because we've brought him in, and I'm not afraid to not pick you, and I'm not afraid to put you on the bench and Mazraoui starts ahead of you. But what I also don't want happening, and I'm hoping this doesn't happen Friday, knowing we haven't got a left back now, what I'm hoping doesn't happen is Ten Hag goes with Maguire, De Ligt, and then Martinez at left back. That was not the plan, to play De Ligt and Maguire together. I don't want to see that on Friday. And people say, well, Eric Ten Hag might have no choice here. Ten Hag might have no choice. He's got no Malacia. He's got no Shaw. Amas ain't ready, and he's only 17. What do you want Ten Hag to do? Well, I want the football club now to go and get him a left back, because we can't be seeing a back four of De Ligt, Maguire, De Ligt, and Martinez, because that ain't going to work. That ain't going to work at Manchester United. Those four will be a blessing for a nightmare. That will not work. And people saying stop jumping to conclusions, but at the end of the day, you can't be putting players again out of position who aren't a left back. And I said in the past, and a lot of people have noticed in live streams, said, why don't we try Martinez at left back? Well, go and re-watch the Community Shield, because it didn't work then and it won't work now. So that again is a big concern. And I don't want Ten Hag to tell Mazraoui, well, we ain't got no left back, mate. Are you okay to play at left back for a while we try and track down the left back and try and bring someone to be in that position while Shaw is injured and Malacia, again, is out long-term injury? I don't want those conversations happening. Ten Hag is going to have to get on now and try and find ourselves a left back. Like, there are left backs available. Gutierrez from Girona, Afonso Davies from Bayern Munich, Reguilon is available from Tottenham. Hermoso is there sat waiting to be on a free transfer. I don't know why we've walked away with that, because I think that makes us a lot defensively weaker without a left back at left back. I don't want to see Martinez there. I don't want to see Maguire there. I don't want to see De Ligt there. I don't want to see De Ligt there. And I don't want to see Mazraoui there. I don't want De Ligt. I don't want Maguire even playing for this fucking football club anymore. I don't want Maguire in this team. I don't want to see Maguire being partnered next to De Ligt, because that ain't going to work. And we're kind of hoping with De Ligt here and Mazraoui here, this will help improve Onana's game in goal. Because what we saw at Ajax, when they were all together as a group, we haven't seen so far any of that at Manchester United, because all those players Ten Hag has tried to get haven't been brought to the club, and he can't play the way he wants Man United to be able to do, because the players he had at Ajax, when he left Ajax, Ten Hag, that Ajax squad got absolutely dismantled. Like, the amount of players they lost when Ten Hag left for the Man United job. Look how many players left Ajax, like Martinez, Anthony, Onana, Gravenberch, Gakpo. I mean, the list goes on of how many players Ajax lost when Erik Ten Hag left. And that affected Ajax badly, because they ended up getting an unrecognisable relegation fight, and they were in the bottom three at one point. Or was it 2 seasons ago that Ajax were fighting relegation, and they only just got themselves into Europe for this season? Ajax were absolutely dismantled when Ten Hag left. Absolutely. That Ajax team got ripped apart, because Ajax were vulnerable now from the bigger teams to come after their players, because they knew once Ten Hag was gone, Ajax were going to become a sinking ship. And I think Erik Ten Hag has had to bring these ex-Ajax players to Manchester United, because he can trust them. He trusts these players. He looks at United squad, and there is a lot of problems still at Manchester United. It's not all sunshines and roses in my view. There's too many players at this football club that should not be here. There are too many problematic players that are going to kick up a fuss now because Mazraoui's here and De Ligt's here. And they're not going to like that. And it is a big, big, massive red flag for these players. I think there could be some discontent now, because a lot of players are not going to like this. A lot of players are going to see this and thinking, oh shit, when we thought we were guaranteed a regular spot in this team and would be playing week in, week out for Manchester United now, all of a sudden De Ligt's here and Mazraoui here. Where the hell do I fit in? And we know exactly the players I'm on about. You know exactly what I'm on about here. We're on about Maguire. We're on about Lindelof. We're on about Evans. We're on about De Ligt. We're on about Noussair. And we're on about Luke Shaw. Those 6, if I were them, I would start getting your bags packed and empty your locker at Carrington, because you're not going to be seeing much first-team football now. Now De Ligt's here and Mazraoui's here. Good luck playing for us, because you problematic players are not going to cause the problems we saw for the last 2 seasons under Ten Hag. We can't be having that anymore. We need to move on from this loyalty FC, commitment FC. We need to move on from that stage now. We're not in that world anymore. Manchester United need to move those 6 on, because we will become a better, more stable football club if those 6 were to be sold. And I'm still hoping on hope. Don't get rid of De Ligt at this stage, but get rid of the other 5. Manchester United will be more defensively organised, will be keeping more clean sheets, and will stop conceding goals now De Ligt's here, and as well as Mazraoui. I'm confident that these 2 signings are going to take Manchester United to the next level. I am more than confident that our back 4 is going to become more stable than ever. I can't see the goals we shifted last season being a problem this season. I don't think we'll concede a lot. I think we'll keep a lot more clean sheets, because that back 4 are going to be united as a group, knowing, well, Maguire ain't going to be starting, so what's the problem? Lindelof won't be starting, that won't be a problem. Johnny Evans won't be starting. So I don't really see how those 3 are going to get back into this team. And Yoro also is ahead of Maguire is ahead of Evans and is ahead of Lindelof. They ain't getting in this team. So we've basically got De Ligt, Martinez, Yoro, Mazraoui, Delo. We really could do with that Hermoso on a free to fill that left back void, because it's a free transfer. I think United are going to have to go back in, because that deal is waiting there to be complete. And I think it's a no-win-win situation here. It's a risk, but at the end of the day, he sat there waiting to do on a free transfer. I would, for me, get that deal done, so that sorts the left back out. I then think really we do need one more centre back. If we can shift Maguire and shift Lindelof and shift Johnny Evans, you could go back in for Brantwaite. You really, really could. And I'm not saying we're going to do it, but I think going forward logically, we've got to look at the solutions long term. So I don't want sentimental FC again. I don't want favouritism FC. I want to see Manchester United be a bit more bloody ambitious and force these problematic deadwood players out of the club. I think once Maguire's gone, United will be a more happier place. The same as Lindelof, the same as Johnny Evans, Luke Shaw and Noussair. Keep Diego Delo now, but if Real Madrid come in next summer, sell him and get 2 more world-class right-backs to work with Mazraoui, because Mazraoui will come into the team. I want him to play on Friday, but I want him ahead of Delo. I don't want Mazraoui being put in at left back, because that is a disaster waiting to happen. So I think for me, logically, Mazraoui comes in for Delo. If that means we have to put Delo at left back just for Fulham, you're going to have to do it. But that's not what I want to see. I want us to go and get a traditional left back. Who we can get? Well, Hermoso, like I said, he sat there on a free transfer waiting to be done. So I think United might explore that venture again and bring Hermoso in on a free. But don't count your pigeons. That deal gets ignited all of a sudden. And it might go really quiet now that we've announced De Ligt and Mazraoui. I'm hoping that's not going to be the case, because there's still plenty of more players that need to be brought in, and plenty more players now need to be sold. But the next objective is, let's talk about what De Ligt's going to bring. I'm seeing a lot at the moment, and it's the ex-players. Like Paul Scholes was a Man United legend. Louis Saha was a Man United legend. Rio Ferdinand was a Man United legend. Graham Souness, an ex-Liverpool reject that is basically throwing his toys out the pram about Man United bringing De Ligt. I don't get what the hell is going on with these ex-players. It's either that you're jealous you can no longer play football and you've had to retire because your body can't do it anymore. I don't know why all of these ex-players have all of a sudden got an agenda, got a view, got an opinion that matters nothing to the club, nothing to the fans, and it means nothing to the supporters. I don't get where all this negativity of De Ligt isn't good enough. He failed at Ajax, he failed at Juventus, and he failed at Bayern Munich. Like, I am not getting this anymore. De Ligt, when he went to Ajax, won the fucking league. He went to Juventus and won the league. He went to Bayern Munich and won the league, all in his first season. And SNBC TV says, I think Mazraoui will be used as left back until Shaw recovers. Yeah, but we can't have that all season long, because Luke Shaw is out for a month. We need a left back. Man United have clearly got money, so they're going to have to spend it. If they have to get Hermoso on a free, they're going to have to do it. Go and get Reguilon from Spurs. Go and get Alphonso Davies from Bayern. They've got 1 year left on their contract. Go and get Ben Chilwell from Chelsea. Like, I don't care who the left back is, as long as it's some type of quality that is going to add to the team. That's my view, and I respect your view, and I respect your opinion, because it's a good point. It is a good point. But what I was saying about De Ligt is, I don't get why he's getting all this criticism as a United player already. I'm not actually getting this anymore. It's like Paul Scholes, Ferdinand and Souness and Saha all look at it and it's like, why have they signed De Ligt? He failed at all 3 of his previous clubs. I don't actually get it. And Ice Cube and Junior said, what about Aït-Nouri from Wolves? And apparently Sancho wants PSG move. Yeah, I've heard the PSG Sancho story is true, But apparently, because we're in talks to get Agate for the midfield, that's the more priority to get done because PSG have left him out. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe and hit that like button as well, because I'm liking what we're discussing in the live chat. Sancho to PSG looks good, but Aït-Nouri from Wolves, I mean, again, that is a really, really fantastic option. But we ain't going to get him out of Wolves. I think Wolves would demand absolutely stupid money to let Aït-Nouri go. I think the three options we need to look at are Reguilon, Hermoso, and personally, Alphonso Davies. I think all three of them are gettable because Man United do have the money to spend, because they wouldn't have been able to get De Ligt and they wouldn't have been able to get Mazraoui. So it's an interesting debate. It's an interesting topic, the left back. But again, I just don't get the shit De Ligt's getting. Like, he's not even kicked a ball for Manchester United yet. He probably will now make his debut on Friday, as well as Mazraoui. I think people need to realise they've both got to play Friday, no matter what. If they're not ready, at the end of the day, we can't afford to be, we're not ready. We're not ready enough already. Man United aren't ready for Friday. We can't afford to be saying to players, you're not ready. We can't risk you because of injury. I think Quali, but he's actually walking sick note. What the fuck's going on? Exactly. Luke Shaw is a walking sick note, unfortunately. I completely agree. But United won't shift him because he's probably on ridiculous wage a week. So Luke Shaw will not be got rid of, unfortunately. But yeah, like, De Ligt hasn't kicked a ball for us yet. Give him some time to get back to playing regularly at centre-back, because at Bayern Munich, he's had Upamecano in front of him and fucking Eric Dyer. Like, I don't get why Eric Dyer was signed by Bayern Munich. De Ligt is 10 times better than Eric Dyer. He is 10 times better than Upamecano. And Bayern Munich fans had this massive fat-ass petition to keep De Ligt at the club. And unfortunately, it didn't work because a deal was agreed and nothing could be done. De Ligt's mind was made up. He wanted Manchester United. So those Bayern Munich fans at the end of the day can sit there and whinge and whine and cry as much as you want. He wanted out of you because you treated him like shit. Bayern Munich treated De Ligt badly. They brought Eric Dyer and Upamecano and benched De Ligt, where De Ligt is one of the best centre-backs in world European football. De Ligt is one of the best centre-backs in world football, and he's being benched ahead of Eric Dyer and Upamecano. It's absolute criminal. Like, I think Bayern Munich might need to use the get-out-of-jail-free card from the Monopoly board game, because how the hell can De Ligt not be ahead of Eric Dyer? How can he not be ahead of Upamecano? Because Upamecano had a terrible Euros. Eric Dyer was a Tottenham reject that Tuchel was desperate for. I mean, imagine if Eric Dyer would have been brought to United, if Tuchel would have got the job. That would have been a disaster waiting to happen. That would have been Harry Maguire 2.0 written all over that transfer. So I'm glad Tuchel ain't got the job. And I'm glad he ain't brought up a Meccano. And I'm glad he ain't brought back in fucking Eric Dyer, because our back four would become incredibly more weaker with those two in it than without them. Like, Eric Dyer should not be playing for Bayern Munich. It's a terrible decision. De Ligt will be a great signing. Dyer played 15 games with Bayern Munich, 14 of those De Ligt was his partner. So the hate is ridiculous. Exactly. Completely agree. The hate De Ligt gets is incredible. Absolutely incredible. Like, I don't know what Paul Scholes, Rio Ferdinand and Graham Souness are smoking. And it's Louis Sahar as well. Like, I can't understand why all our ex-players now need to get involved in this debate. Like, they've got no right putting their 2 pence piece in where it's not wanted. You don't play for the club anymore. Get fucking over it and focus on your pundit job. Like, some of the bullshit that they talk is incredible. Absolutely incredible. And I tell you what, if we see world-class performance after world-class performance from De Ligt, he's going to sit Souness right down, he'll sit Scholes right down, and he'll sit Ferdinand right down on his seat as well. I just don't get the criticism. I really don't. I'm hoping to let Martinez can bring us the aggressive what we've needed for a long time, but we can't start the season with Harry Maguire, Lindelof, McTominay. Exactly. I don't think any of those three will start Friday. The only one I'm concerned about is that we start Maguire next to De Ligt and we put Martinez at left back. Lindelof won't play, and I'm kind of hoping Scott McTominay isn't going to do also. I think both of them will be sold by the club because we do need players out now because we want Agate. And if the rumours are true that we are closer to getting this deal done, that I think will be the next tier we go. But then we need to get a left back. And if we sell Sancho, then we need another winger or we need another striker. So I don't think our business is done yet, but De Ligt adds so much world-class quality to this team. I don't think people realise how great this signing's going to be. For me, Yoro and De Ligt are going to be signings of the summer. And that is a strong statement, people might think. It might be a strong statement. But I believe the quality, we have gone from Maguire, Evans, Lindelof and Varane to Yoro, De Ligt. If we can bring in Brantwaite, bloody hell. I mean, we said we would bring three world-class centre-backs in. This is looking up for United. And I'll tell you what, our rivals are going to be sat there shitting their pants now because they're worried. Man United's resurgence has gone from there to up here. They're getting worried now. Second choice to Eric Dyer. Yeah, at the end of the day, Eric Dyer should have never been brought by Bayern. He's crap. De Ligt is a world-class centre-back. He slots straight into our team. He slots straight next to Martinez. Our back four will be stronger with him in it. We don't need Maguire. We don't need Lindelof. And we don't need Johnny Evans. Those three players' days are numbered now. And if I was Maguire tonight, and I was Lindelof tonight, and I was Johnny Evans tonight, get your bags packed. Because you're not going to see any more of them for United again. You will not see any of those three be starting games for United because De Ligt's replaced them. Yoro's replaced them. Mazraoui's replaced them. Everyone is shitting their pants tonight because United ain't done in the transfer market. People think that's going to be it. It won't. Because we're still going to get a midfielder. We're still going to get a left back and we're still going to get a striker. We could potentially see 8 to 7 signings this summer, and United have got to put up there now for title contenders. We have got to be sat there amongst the title contenders now because they're worried about the recruitment. They've worried Man United all of a sudden. Resurgence is going to be up there. They're worried because they're panicking. Everyone's panicking about Manchester United because they look at their recruitment thinking, oh shit, they're getting things right now. They're not overpaying anymore. Yeah, we're not doing it anymore because we've been taking the piss out of for decades. And I think what Sir Jim Ratcliffe's doing, he's trying to restore glory to the club because he looks at it and it's like, well, we're not being messed with anymore. De Ligt is going to be a world-class signing. Absolutely. He's a massive upgrade on Maguire. I don't understand why people call him the Dutch Maguire. De Ligt is one of the best centre-backs in world football. And I don't think people realise or have the knowledge or the brain power to realise what De Ligt's actually bringing. He won the title at every other club in his first season. He won the title in his first season at Juventus, Bayern and Ajax. He was 18, a captain for Ajax. He's coming to Manchester United to add that leadership, quality and structure to that back four that was needed because I think Ten Hag knew I need centre-backs here. I can't go into another season with Maguire, Lindelof and Evans. And do you know what? Now you've got to look at it. Getting rid of Varane was a blessing in disguise. And personally, I would have kept Varane over Maguire, Lindelof and Johnny Evans. But maybe getting rid of Varane now was a blessing because I think he played 20 minutes for Como, who got promoted to Serie A last season. And all of a sudden, 20 minutes into his debut, he's injured already. Like, maybe that was a blessing getting Varane out this club. Because Ten Hag must have realised, I can't do this again with this lot. Because we're going to concede the goals, we're going to keep less clean sheets, and we're not going to be able to have the style of play that we want. Were Martinez and Yoro supposed to be centre-halves poor signings? Absolutely disagree. Absolutely disagree. Yoro, Martinez and De Ligt are ahead of all our other centre-back options. And I respect your view, and I respect your opinion, because you're an absolute legend of a mate that I've known for a long time now. Completely disagree. Man United are on the up now because they realised the defence was the problem all season last season. That back four was the problems waiting to happen. That was the problem. And like, I can't help Yoro's got injured. It's very, very unlucky on the lad that Yoro was injured. It's not my fault Yoro's injured. Like, what was I meant to do? What were Man United meant to do? Ten Hag, you've got Maguire, you've got Lindelof, you've got Johnny Evans. You don't need De Ligt. He needed De Ligt. And it was Ineos that recommended the signing to Erik Ten Hag. Ineos recommended De Ligt to Ten Hag. And I bet fucking Ten Hag was doing bloody jazz hands. I bet he applied for Strictly and thought, bloody hell, I never expect them to recommend De Ligt for me. And you know what? That happened quickly because Ten Hag was desperate. He really, 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 really wanted De Ligt. You wanted Braithwaite and got rejected, so turned to Yoro. He got injured, so you turned to Eric Dyer's backup. I don't know where we're going with this, but Eric Dyer played 14 matches with De Ligt last season. Fact. De Ligt is a world-class centre-back, and he's only going to make Manchester United better. Like, he's got leadership, and there's a future captain for this fucking football club. He's only 25, by the way. He's 3 years younger than me. De Ligt is a captain in the making. And God forbid, if we ever lose Bruno in the future and he's no longer at the club, then at the end of the day, if you want someone to be a captain, get that armband on De Ligt. Because at the end of the day, there's a leader there who's got the quality, the aggression, and the skill to lead this team to victory. De Ligt is a world-class signing. Like, people are worried now because they're looking at United's recruitment and they're panicking because other clubs can't compete with it. You don't see City doing anything. Arsenal signed Calafiori and doesn't even play. Chelsea are signing everyone under the sun because it's Chelsea. Spurs haven't really done anything. Liverpool ain't done anything either. The only really threat this season's Aston Villa and probably West Ham. But I'm not afraid of Aston Villa. I ain't afraid of West Ham. Bring it fucking on. Because at the end of the day, and exactly, Braithwaite was way too expensive. Everton wanted 70 million. Like, I really wanted Braithwaite. I really, really, really wanted Braithwaite. I'm not going to, I wanted Braithwaite. And I said weeks ago, if Everton want the 70 million, fucking pay up for it and get the player in. But Man United ain't going to be messed about by small clubs like Everton. Everton aren't a threat. Everton are starting the season with a points deduction again because they've been a naughty little football club and got themselves into very, very big trouble again. It's like going into school and, if you've got a headmistress or a headmaster, it's like walking into their office thinking this is going to be a really, really shit day. Everton are going to be screwed now because that money was sat there for Braithwaite. And so Everton are like, no. We want 70 million or nothing. Man United ain't stupid anymore. Man United ain't stupid. Man United are not stupid. Liverpool and Arsenal will not challenge this season. I'm not worried about them. I'm friends with Liverpool fans. I'm friends with Arsenal fans. And I've got all the time in the world for them. They're absolute legends. They're amazing people. His name's Josh. And I've got an Arsenal fan called Jake, and obviously SDT Cody in the chat as well. I respect you and all your views and opinions, but I don't fear you this season. I don't fear your clubs. I really, really don't, because you've got no goal-scoring striker. You've basically relied on Jesus, who can't score. You've basically signed Calafiori, who isn't actually any good. You've based it on one good performance at the Euros in the group stage. And I think for me, Man United have had a better transfer window than half the top clubs in Europe, in my view. People are worried. Fucking hell, Man United have got De Ligt. Man United have got Yoro. They're getting rid of Maguire. They're getting rid of Lindelof. They're getting rid of Evans. Like, I'm not afraid of our rivals. Bring it on this season, because do you know what? If we're up there and we're inside the top four at Christmas, we're getting top four. We're going to be back in the Champions League, and imagine the quality we're going to get next summer. People are bricking it. People are bricking it that United have got De Ligt, and people don't like it. People are jealous of our signings. Like, people are massively jealous. De Ligt gives 8 or 9s out of 10. Every fucking game he plays for Bayern, it's an 8 or a 9 out of 10 because his commitment's there. And what I like about Mazraoui and what I like about De Ligt, and we've got a new person in the chat called Hardcore Gamer, Matthijs De Ligt, he won't be any better for Matt. I completely disagree. Where's this De Ligt hate coming from? De Ligt is one of the best centre-backs in the world. I respect your view, and I respect your opinion, and because you're new, I will give you that shout-out, Hardcore Gamer in the chat. Please subscribe to the channel if you're new, everybody, and please hit that like button. But all this De Ligt hate has got to stop. He is a world-class centre-back. He's won the league at everywhere he's been. And people saying, oh, he failed. He failed. He failed. Like, what's he doing? Like, what's he doing? Eric Dyer only signed for Bayern because Thomas Tuchel was fucking in love with him. That's the only reason Eric Dyer was brought to Bayern, because Thomas Tuchel was desperate for him. Eric Dyer has been a trash signing for Bayern. And Bayern Munich fans are an absolute uproar that we've taken their better centre-back off them. Look at the petition they signed. Look at the petition. The Bayern Munich fans are devastated De Ligt's gone. They're absolutely devastated because they did not want De Ligt to go. Because they absolutely adored him. They loved De Ligt. De Ligt was putting in world-class performances every time he pulled a Bayern shirt on. There's a leader there. He puts the heart on the shirt. He puts the badge on his heart. Like, De Ligt gives it every fucking game. De Ligt is going to add quality where Bayern are now going to lack it. Bayern have not replaced De Ligt. They've not replaced Mazraoui, and they've got 70 million euros. But Man United haven't paid all that up front because we're doing it over years. Like, at the end of the day, that's business well done from Manchester United because they've not given in to their demands. Bayern Munich can't mess Man United around anymore. Nor can Everton. Nor can Chelsea. It's not going to happen anymore. Like, it's not my fault we're signing world-class players. It's not my fault. Because Man United are getting back to a club where they want to be a club again. We couldn't be going back to the days of the Glazers. We couldn't be doing that anymore. It had to stop. Our starting back four looks good. Hope no one gets injured. Exactly. Another good point. I can't wait to come back to this video at the end of the season to see how bad this is going to make this look. I'm not worried about Arsenal. I'm not worried. Like, you couldn't even defend your Community Shield, for fuck's sake. I mean, I bet Arsenal fans were sat there fucking crying their eyes out when City lifted that Community Shield. Get over it. You're not challenging for anything. You're not challenging. You're just a B-Tech Tottenham. Like, at the end of the day, I don't fear our rivals because I've got the excitement now that we've got two world-class players through the door with Yoro and with Xerxes. We've got world-class players coming to this club now because... But didn't you say the Community Shield was a trophy last season? And I quote, didn't you say the Community Shield was a trophy? Because there was medals and everything. I did, didn't I? You did, didn't you? Yeah, you did. Absolutely. We have no world-class players. I completely disagree. We have world-class players at this club because our recruitment is gone up there now. We've got specialists working for this football club. And people don't like it. People don't like it that we've took their specialists in football because Manchester United needed it. Manchester United needed specialist people in football positions to make correct decisions. We're not going to overpay anymore. Man United are not going to do that because Manchester United had to change their ways because we need to show that we are a football club. Yeah, I agree. I respect what you've just said then. A week ago, you were crying about how bad your window is. Yeah. Because it's taken 9 fucking weeks to sign 2 players. That isn't good enough. We need to be working every single day, night, hour, minute, second to bring players in. It shouldn't take 8 to 9 fucking weeks to sign players. If I'm in charge of this club, I want to be working every day and night, without sleep, without rest, because we need to get United back. United will get back to the top of English football and European football if the board and the owners get it right. But at the end of the day, De Ligt's a Man United player. Mazraoui's a United player. And I've got nothing to complain about at the moment. And Agate is going to be round the corner. A left back's going to come in and another striker. And if that's nothing to be happy about, get excited. Get absolutely excited. We've got the best upcoming young, talented, world-class players in the world making of European football and world football come into this club because they look at the project, they look at the ambition, and they look at the success they all want to bring together. This United team is going to go places. Mark my words. And you can all come back to that and absolutely throw everything at me. But at the end of the day, we've got De Ligt, we've got Mazraoui. They're finally Man United players, and I'm so happy they're here. 4 signings. There's even more to come. And our rivals start getting worried because we're going to start leapfrogging you this season. We're going to be the top of the league by Friday night as well. So watch this space. So hit the like button and the share button. Please keep subscribing to the channel United Red Devils 20 on YouTube. Share the video, hit the sweet button and retweet button, and that notification bell. Put that bell on at all times so you receive dedicated, upcoming, brand new content we have planned for this year. Brand new videos, brand new shorts, brand new live streams. I want to get all of you more involved on the channel's content in the future as well. We are so close to 1,400 subs now. So please keep subscribing to the channel. If you know any friends, school friends, college friends, family members, brothers, sisters, aunties, uncles, nieces, brother-in-laws, please get them subscribed to the channel. But today is a celebration that we have finally got De Ligt. We have finally got Mazraoui. Both of them are Manchester United players, and our rivals are now quaking in their boots. They're all shit in the bed. They're shit in their pants because they're now worried. They're all getting worried because Man United are on the up. And if we're top of that league Friday night by a convincing win, we're going to be staying there for a very, very, very long time. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday evening. Stay safe. Be nice. Be kind to each other. You're all legends. You're all legendary. And I will see you guys in the next one.